Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bard Rock Cafe. We are having a great time this morning. Um, Welcome to the first of 4 games today, benefiting Black Girls Code. Um, we are here to raise money for them, and the organization gives tools to Black girls between the ages of 7 and 17 to learn programming and digital tech to get them into gaming and production and other such careers so they can share their stories, which is really rad because that's what we're here for. We are sharing stories. Uh, Before we get started, I would like for the table to go and go ahead and introduce themselves and their characters. Uh, I'm going to start with Nox.
I just had to be the fucking Blue Ranger. Hi everyone, I'm Nox. My pronouns are she, her. This is Hazel. Her pronouns are also she, her. Oh my god, those are claws. Okay. And today I'll be playing. Today I'll be playing Arcadia Gutierrez, who also uses she. Oh my god, she, her pronouns. She's a Blue Ranger. She's from Lightspeed. Is that it was a Lightspeed?
Yes, it was
Lightspeed.
Lightspeed.
Yep, I can't
Lightspeed
concentrate. There are
Rescue.
cat claws
Oh,
in
yeah.
my shoulder. And she is. Ow, motherfucker! We're just having a good time. I'm very excited to be here. She's great. She's very great. I There's a cat claw in my shoulder.
All right. I hope you survive your cat. And then we will go over to Parker.
Hi, I am Parker, they, them. I am playing Saban, also they, them, the Green Ranger from
Is
Lost
Parker
Galaxy. What? Yes?
An essential
So,
question.
just a quick one sentence about Saban, just to describe them.
Saban is a bit of a weirdo, and Mercurian, so has some fun abilities there. But yeah, just the weird alien on the team.
Great. And then we will go over to Hyper.
Howdy. I'm Hyper Camera 3, aka Hyper, from the Power Ranger Kamen Rider inspired Last Light City Comics podcast. I'm playing Manchester Badman, everyone's least favorite Pink Ranger cowboy from Time Force.
Great. That is a hilarious description. I am into it. And last but not least, Lucie.
Hello. So I'm Lucy, pronouns she, he, they. I am playing Dana, the Yellow Ranger. Pronouns are also she, her. So she is from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers universe, sort of another team, sort of next gen. And if I were to describe Dana, she's tough, independent, always moving around and getting into trouble.
Yeah, that absolutely tracks. And yeah, I should probably introduce myself too. I guess that's the thing I should do. Hi, I'm Anne. My pronouns are she, her. I'm going to be playing a whole bunch of people with a whole bunch of different pronouns as we go along, aliens, humans, whatever the case may be. Um, and here we go. Um, so each of these characters, they all exist independently in their own little bubbles, in their own teams, in their own little worlds, their own little times, even. But they are all connected through the morphin grid. We start with a figure leaning over on a console, dressed in pink and white spandex. Her helmet on the flat surface next to her, just sitting there. She is furiously typing away at this console, and a communication appears. There is another woman on the screen, different shade of blonde, but as the camera turns, you can actually see that their faces are identical. They look like they're identical twins with different hair colors. The woman on the screen, she's actually wearing the armor of the Phantom Ranger. She's got golden blonde hair. And she says, "Look, I know I said you wouldn't hear from me for a while, but I think things are going to go down with the United Alliance of Evil. And I need you to check something out for me." And the strawberry blonde woman in the pink and white spandex just sighs. And she says, "All right, I'll assemble a team to keep an eye on the Machine Empire." And then there's a pause. And she adds, "Is Carter with you? And Ryan?" And the Phantom Ranger replies, "Carter's already at the scene. I have no idea where Ryan is." And then the Pink Ranger slams her fist against the flat surface of the console. She says, "Damn it. All right, I'll get on it. I'm already on it. It's fine." And she just says, "Whatever you do, be safe out there." And then the Phantom Rangers message, just the screen flickers and her communication cuts off. Now we cut to Mariner Bay, actually, to where the Lightspeed Aqua Base is. At this point in time, the Aqua Base has been rebuilt, and 20 years after the initial demon attack on Mariner Bay, Lightspeed has become a more focused on the community and emergency services. Without the demons, there's not really a problem in Mariner Bay, right? So the Aqua Base, under the tutelage of Captain Ryan Mitchell, the former Titanium Ranger, has been training up new recruits. And the recently graduated first class is in the aqua base currently. They are preparing to, at least from their knowledge, preparing to go on duty for the first time. Arcadia, where are you on this fine morning before your first meeting and your first official day as the Blue Lightspeed Ranger?
I think Arcadia is definitely trying to get like everything that she could possibly need together. She has this giant satchel where she's just shoving things in, and then she looks in, and it's very much bulging with everything she has. And she goes, "I can fit more. It's fine." And rushing around the room, like just grabbing whatever she thinks she might need. And then whatever she thinks her sister might need because her sister's probably forgot something. And so she's just really busy getting ready, making sure she's very prepared.
So are you in your quarters currently then?
Yes.
All right. You hear a knock at your door.
All right. She's going to go open it, make sure again she looks presentable, and go open her door.
It is Leo. He is smiling and happy. Like, you always question what is in his drinks in the morning because he's always like raring to go and excited. And he's like, "Hey, Arcadia, ready to go?"
Yeah. Do you have everything? Because I have more. I don't know
No,
what we're
no,
going to.
no. It's
You need to
fine.
bring stuff.
I do, okay, but I've already pick it up after the briefing. Do you have to bring everything to the briefing?
What if we need it during the briefing?
And then you see Leo just like holding like a leather bound notebook. She's like, I'm just gonna take notes. You really don't need all that stuff for the briefing. They'll give us time before we leave. And he is wearing his Lightspeed issue jacket, has number 3 on it, and the green and white shield. And he looks really official, but he's also like got his like shirt untucked, and he's just like also super casual about it. But he's like, "Just take notes. Come on."
Between you and Avalon, I have to make sure that one of us has something.
It'll be fine. Like, what could possibly go wrong during the briefing?
Don't say that.
You just see a blur of just yellow, a blur of yellow run past your room with like sort of traces of the Lightspeed jacket behind her. And then Leo just laughs and says, "Hey, race you!" And he starts sprinting after Avalon.
She's gonna quickly like close her door and go every time and just run after them.
So by the time the 3 of you enter the briefing room, you see a girl in a gray t-shirt and black black sweatpants talking to the captain. You know her. She's your Titanium Ranger. That is Lolly Mitchell. And she's having a conversation with her father that is in very hushed tones. hey, here's a fun thing. Let's do a alertness check. Alertness perception. First roll.
All right.
How
I
many
have
ranks
good
did you put?
alertness.
How many ranks did you put in it? How many dots did you fill in your
2.
sheet?
I put 2. I wanted to be
Excellent.
well-rounded.
No, I love that for you. So what you will do is you will roll your d20 plus a d4.
Okay, d20 plus a d4. Okay. So roll. That's a 14.
It's you definitely get you definitely hear them talking when you come in, and they're trying to be quiet, but you can make out the words. You can make out Lolly's kind of panic. That's not what we're supposed to be doing today, and I don't want to be the one to go. Stuff like that. And then Captain Mitchell being like, you have one of two choices. Those are it. You either go on patrol or you get sent. And Lolly kind of just, you can see her rolling her eyes as she storms across the room and sits at the table. And she's very unhappy.
So she's at the same table as me?
Yeah, it's a long meeting room table, so this is where the briefing would normally happen. You know that the team is meant to be sent on the patrol to make sure that the portal to the underworld is, it's all cool and the demons don't come back. That's kind of your first big thing.
Okay. If she's nowhere, if she's on the other side of the table, which I'm kind of hoping she is, because I feel like probably don't want to be right next to her when she's mad right now. I'm gonna lean next to lean in closer to Leo and Avalon and just go, I think we're not gonna get the time after the briefing you both thought we were.
So the rest of your team files in, and your Red Ranger comes in. The whole gang's here now, and you all are just kind of whispering in anticipation. Everyone's making comments about Lolly because Lolly's in a grumpy mood. What's wrong with Lolly? And then Captain Mitchell clears his throat and he says, so you guys are the first class of Lightspeed Academy. You are the best and brightest that this organization has to offer. And while you've been trained to serve and protect locally, I have received word from one of my contacts that our assistance is needed somewhere a little further away. And he just kind of glances at Lolly. And he says, do any of you happen to be interested in a little space travel? And Lolly immediately says, Nuh-uh. No way. No way, Dad. Like, demons is one thing, but no, I am not going up in space.
Demons
then-
is one thing over space travel?
The demons are locked away, Arcadia.
Space travel.
Are you saying you want to go?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
And then, like, Arcadia, your Avalon just says, I mean, space travel's pretty cool. And Captain Mitchell just says, if no one is going to volunteer, I will pick one of you to send along. And the group kind of looks at each other, and Lolly immediately like does the whole not it, and just like Avalon just says, "You're such a brat," and then the words nepotism baby get thrown around a little bit. I mean,
Definitely
and then
not laughing at that.
And then Avalon's like starting to look really keen. And Arcadia, your sister's having ideas.
Oh no, that's never good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look to Captain Mitchell and go, is it just one of us that has to go? Can't be like a few of us?
Well, it's specifically just one, mostly because Sophie doesn't want to take entire teams away from the cities they are defending. And then you look a little bit confused, actually. I would like for you to roll a cultures check, which is at a D2, correct?
Yes.
So it's a D20 plus a D2.
All right. Oh, okay. Okay, that is a 16.
When Captain Mitchell mentions the name Sophie, your brain immediately goes towards one Sophie. The Sophie that you know is the famous gymnast, Sophie Marsh from Mariner Bay. You know that she was a Power Ranger in Angel Grove, but you're not 100% sure what the connection is to Lightspeed Rescue. You do know that her hometown is Mariner Bay, but from what you know, Sophie was never directly involved in Lightspeed. So that to you is interesting.
I think I'm gonna look at my sister and look at Captain Marsh and just sigh and raise my
Captain
hand.
Mitchell.
Captain Mitchell, just sigh and raise my hand and go, I'll go.
And then Avalon just like says loudly enough just for you and Leo to hear. And she says, good. Because if you weren't going to volunteer, I totally was.
It truly
Leo
wasn't
is
the reason
just
why I did it.
laughing. What is your willpower, which is your smarts plus 10?
Smarts plus 10. Is it the number right next to the numbers? Is it the 3 next to smarts, or is it the 6 in essence?
It's the 6 in essence.
Then it's a 16.
Okay, excellent. I just want to double check something.
Oh, it's never good. Oh, that's never good. That's never good when the DM starts getting dice. That's never good for the player.
Avalon just looks like she totally believes you and says, okay, that's fine, sure. I didn't think you were a space kind of person, but that's really rad. You'll have to tell me all about it. You'll have to tell me all about it when you get back, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Huh.
Interestingly enough, you are told that you are told by your captain that you are able to spend some time. You've got about an hour to get ready before your ride picks you up.
Okay.
Yeah. And when your ride finally picks you up, it interestingly, the ride that picks you up is Med Rescue 5, which you know is the Pink Rangers Rescue Zord. But you guys haven't used Rescue Zord. You guys haven't trained with the Rescue Zords. You've only ever used the Super Trains. Because, for whatever reason, Captain Mitchell just never got those rebuilt after the entire Aqua base was rebuilt. They pretty much just stayed on the Super Trains. It was a choice. You didn't need 2 sets of Zords now that the demons are locked away. Anyway.
This is going to be a whole thing. Okay. This is a whole different thing. That's fine. Totally fine. Nothing's going to go wrong.
Yeah.
Everything's going to go wrong. This is Leo's fault. He said it was going to be fine. Nothing. What's going to happen at the briefing, Arcadia? What's going to happen? This is what happens. Your girlfriend gets sent into freaking space.
The interesting thing about this is there's the person that picks you up is in a Lightspeed jacket, much like the one you're wearing. But it's got the number 5 and the pink and white shield rather than the blue and white shield with the number 2 that happens to be on yours. You recognize the face, but you are extremely confused because you expect a golden-haired woman attached to this jacket, or you don't expect the golden-haired woman attached to this jacket.
Can I help? Are you here for? Are you NASA?
No, I'm. I'm Lightspeed technically, but it's a whole thing. Don't worry about it. Get in. You do recognize the face. You do recognize the blonde. Same blonde you didn't realize actually had an authentic Lightspeed connection.
All right. I'm just gonna chalk it off to, you know what? It's been a day. It's been a day. It's morning, and it's been a day. It's fine. Going to space. Maybe I'll take a couple pictures of some planets.
I'm going to say with the 16 that you rolled, this person, you definitely, this is the Sophie Marsh you know from like TV, like the super famous Sophie Marsh. But she's wearing a Lightspeed jacket and you're very confused.
I feel like Arcadia is definitely like processing that and is like, you know what? You gotta let one thing go. You gotta let one thing go, because if you keep holding on to every single weird thing that's about to happen today, you are not going to be able to do whatever this mission is. So she could have dyed her hair. She could have gotten a new jacket. She could be not her. She could be a weird time version of her. Like, time is wibbly wobbly, and this sounds like a problem for later, Arcadia.
Yeah. I'm gonna say roll a technology check real quick for me.
Okay, I can do that. Okay.
That's
That's
D20
a D4.
and a D4. Yeah.
Okay, we got this. That's a nat 20 and a 2.
You you know about the morphin grid. You know
I sure
about
hope
the
so.
weird. You know about the weird time deviations that happens, and you start piecing together that this Sophie may not be from your time.
Oh, this is time bullshit.
It's morphin grid bullshit.
Oh, oh,
And it clicks in your
okay.
head. This is morphin grid bullshit. As you guys drive away, you're left thinking about this. Yeah, so that is Arcadia in 2020. Boom. We are going to move a little bit further back to 2018. Angel Grove in 2018 is an interesting place. You got that small town California vibes. It's been a whole year since Rita Repulsa, General Rita Repulsa came around, and the first team of Rangers started the fight, but now a new team has taken up the fight in their stead, as they have graduated and moved on to other things, as teenage Rangers do when they move on to the next chapter of their lives. It's another Saturday morning. Dana, everyone's favorite troublemaker at Angel Grove High, has ended up in detention again. Tell us, Dana, what's got you here this Saturday morning?
I may or may not have taken a defensive swing at a school bully, or I suppose more truthfully, he was taking a swing at somebody and I stepped in to intercept. Unfortunately, by the time the principal walked around the corner, what he saw was me socking the bully across the face. But it was self-defense.
Of course. And totally legit if it weren't the fact that, the vice principal's a total dick.
Yeah, pretty much.
They just totally not fun. And you are sitting there amongst a group of actual delinquents and having this detention. You're on your wrist. You have your communicator, and it beeps. It beeps at you. It's familiar chime.
Oh, thank God. I need to go to the bathroom real quick.
Your disinterested Spanish teacher says, Go on.
All right, I grab my bag and I dash out into the hallway.
Before you can actually answer your communicator, something odd happens to you, and you kind of the teleporting energy that you're used to feeling, it usually feels like you're being picked up in one fell swoop and then teleported, right? Like the sensation of flying through the air. But
Yep.
as you see your own arm, as you're about to, respond to your communicator, your arm flickers in and out, phases in and out, like it's trying to take you somewhere. And it takes some moment, and you are immediately, like, it takes a moment, but then once it actually works, you are immediately teleported. And it's a different kind of teleport. It's like you are, rather than being flown up, you are actually like, it's more like you are, it feels more like you are running. And roughly 6 seconds later, it feels like you are being pushed through, like, I want to say in a force field of some sort. And you actually land in a room. And it kind of feels like your command center, but it isn't, because it's got the consoles and all of the technology, but it feels way older, like, antiquated almost. Essentially, for the benefit of the audience, Lucie's whole aesthetic is the 2017 movie. She has been teleported, phased through the morphin grid to the command center of the 1993 series.
Fun fact, that the exterior for the original command center was the temple that I went to growing up.
Wow.
Wow.
That is
That
so
is
cool.
super cool.
Oh my
Very rad,
gosh.
very rad.
I always knew it was a temple. I didn't, like, I've never known anyone who's actually gone to temple there. That's cool.
Wow.
I used to go to High Holidays there every year and just would be like, this is the weirdest thing.
Wow.
It's the weirdest sensation. Like, it's the feeling of just like phasing through existence and reappearing, but you don't have any control over it. And there is a like large hologram, like a large tube with like it's almost like a holographic face that speaks to you, and he says, hello there, Dana. And it's weird because in your mind you're like, wait a minute, how do you know who I am? And then okay, I would like for you to roll your first check, Dana. I would like for you to roll a I would like for you to either roll cultures or technology.
Well, I'll go culture because I actually didn't put anything in technology.
That's okay. I like giving options sometimes. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So D20. So 13 altogether.
Okay.
Oh dear. I'm just
It's
like,
okay.
what the hell has just happened?
So in your particular time, you 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 know who Zordon is. In your particular time, the technology is a little different, but you do know you know that there are different teams, different versions of different teams scattered within the morphin grid. The thing you don't know is like, is this the same Zordon? Is it a different Zordon? You are still very confused, but you do know that this is Zordon. Whether it's the Zordon you know or not, you are unclear, but you do know this is Zordon. And he speaks to you again and he says, I'm sorry, I did not mean to startle you. It seems as though someone has been attempting to uh, summon you, contact you for help. Um, I do not know why you appeared here of all places, but
Wait, so it wasn't you who called me here, it was somebody else?
Was not me. However, I can help you uh, make sure you get to the right place. And you see a little robot, a little bit different physically, but you know, it's easy enough to recognize Alpha. And he says,
Alpha!
"Ay,
Alpha.
ay, 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 ay. Wait a minute, you're not supposed to be here." And Zordon just says, yes, we did in fact cover that. She is from a different time and space in the morphing grid than we are, and we need to figure out um, where she needs to go. And it takes a while for Alpha and Zordon to really work it out. Um, it takes at least a solid 15 minutes, but as they are working, you start to recognize things like, you know, the equivalents from back home in the command center. The thing that is interesting to you is the globe in the center of the command center. And as they are working, Alpha and Zordon are working at establishing some sort of communication line. And then you see kind of a staticky image of a young woman, a strawberry blonde young woman who also has um, a red and black jacket with a pink and white emblem with the number 5 on her shoulder that just says, um, sorry, it's like staticky, so you catch a few words like sorry, um, morphin grid, difficult, signal, need help, um, you know, you catch a few keywords and travel through the grid. You just hear bits and pieces of the message, really, and it's very staticky. And Alpha
I
just
get-
says to you,
Do I get anything from my communicator if I sort of play around with it while Zoldon and Alpha are just sort of fixing everything? If I sort of play with my communicator, is there any?
no, you get static. You are definitely not in your own time.
Yeah. All right, I guess I'd better just leave it to the experts then.
And then Alpha walks over to you and says, so this person, and the little robot gestures to the staticky image right as it's disappearing, needs your help and is trying to summon you. Would you like to go home, or would you like to go help?
I mean, I'll go and help, but I mean, I'm a little worried. I'm just kind of leaving my team. I mean, do they even know about this?
Uh, we can attempt to send a message through the grid, but I don't know if that's going to help.
I mean, I'll help. I'm not going to say no. I just wish there was a way I could let my team know.
And Alpha just looks, like shrugs and says, "Well, I understand how important the team is. I'll do my best." And Alpha goes back to the console, working on it, and eventually you are pulled back into the orphan grid in that same kind of running sensation. And where you land, we will find out shortly. Thank you for the donation. We have a story point for the Ranger team, so that is a +1 to the pool. We are going to go over to Saban, all the way in Miranoi, our favorite little space alien person. The Marinoians haven't had the need for their Power Ranger team in a hot minute. They've been keeping tabs on what's been happening, like, out there in space. But since the colonization of Marinoi and the uh, space colony known as Terra Venture having settled down, the space colony has been converted essentially into a space station that orbits around Miranoi. And, it's a relatively peaceful sort of existence in Miranoi. You've been essentially vibing. What is it like for Saban's life in a very peaceful, really chill planet? One that they are not native to. Lots of jungle, lots of animals, lots of fauna. You know the vibes.
It is just a lot of exploring. They have been cooped up for a lot of their life. So whenever they can get out, they are just out there seeing what this world has.
Yeah. You have learned through the oral tradition of stories, and also just learning from books that have been provided by the Terra Venture space colony about the quasar sabers and the lights of Orion, the Power Rangers of the Lost Galaxy, all of those stories of myth and legend. Um, and now you notice that the you notice that people that you have seen on occasion, but not on a regular basis, have been hanging out in the more populated areas in the main city. Um, you know, it's fun exploring the jungles, but as you are heading towards home, you definitely notice that um, the uniformed personnel of Terra Venture have been um, around. And I would like for you to roll your very first roll, Saban. I would like for you to roll a alertness perception check.
All right. Where's my perception?
It's alertness. Perception is a
Oh.
specialization of alertness.
Alertness. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So that's with the D2. That's a 16.
You hear bits and pieces of conversation as you're walking through town of the words United Alliance of Evil and Machine Empire, problems in Triforia. That one's a little weird. You don't really know anything about Triforia, but the vibes are that maybe they're considering bringing back or pulling out the Quasar Sabers again. And
Yes.
they haven't pulled those out in a hot minute. Like, we're talking at least a couple decades. And there is someone you have known, a Marinoian young woman who has, when you first arrived on Marinoi, has shown you around, specifically the jungles. Her name is Sasha. She is dressed in like this kind of khaki crop top. It's like a short sleeved khaki crop top and like khaki short shorts, and
I am wearing the exact same outfit.
she does. You guys do the Spider-Man meme. No, we really got to stop doing this. And she gestures at her outfit.
We should really coordinate in the mornings.
I mean, people are probably already thinking we coordinate in the mornings. And she just laughs. So listen, have you heard the rumors?
The Sabers?
Yeah. I think they're looking for people to pull it out. I think we should just go.
I mean, what's the harm in trying?
So Sasha says, race you, and sprints in the direction of the jungle you literally just came out of. And I have a question for you, Saban. What is your ground movement?
My ground movement is 30.
Okay. So you keep pace with Sasha, and in fact, you actually, do you have ranks in initiative?
Yes.
Okay. Please roll me an initiative check, a non-combat initiative check, in case that matters, because it might.
That is a nat 20 plus 2, so 22.
She rolled a 4, so you sprint right past her, and
I am so psyched. I am so psyched right now.
when you get to the famous stone, you feel a pull towards one saber in particular.
Is there like a crowd, or is there a line?
Oh no, there's nobody there. The Terravenger people literally just showed up. Like they came down from the space station converted space colony. So they're just starting to talk about it and recruit.
Okay.
And you're way ahead of the game. You're at the rock and you've left Sasha in the dust.
I'm just gonna prep myself so I am facing where Sasha will come from. And
Yeah.
I've just like got myself in front of this one that I'm feeling, and I'm just like, I'm ready to go. So as soon as Sasha comes around the corner, I can just and see.
You see the stone in front of the saber is green. That's what's calling to you. And as Sasha like rounds the corner and emerges from the tree line, you can see her approaching real quick now. When do you want to pull? Like, as how close do you want her to get?
Like as she's running up.
Yeah, so she is about like 10. Like at this point, she's just running up, and yeah. So
Yeah.
do you want to wait like until she's right there, 10
Like
feet
till
away,
she's
5
like
feet?
right there. Till she's like
Okay.
right within reach.
Okay, well, she reaches for the one with a pink stone as you are going to pull yours. And you guys are like looking, you can see each other. Like you guys are facing the direction. The problem is the one that she tries to pull doesn't budge, but yours does. You immediately pull the saber like it has chosen you. You hear a faint roar before you immediately disappear. Poof.
Oh my god, imagine being Sasha in that moment.
Sasha? You okay?
This is
so
a
the
normal
last-
occurrence on Terravenger.
She's just gonna be like, what just happened? I couldn't even pull my saber out. Like, what?
This
Yeah, no,
happens all the
Sasha's-
time. Teenagers do this all the time on the colony.
You're
I
not even
pulled
on
out the sword.
Terraventure.
It's
And
like
I got
sword
pulled out
in
of
the
reality.
It's like sword in the stone, but if you're the true heir, they kidnap you.
It's just like you pull it out of the stone, and the magic's so powerful you get yeeted into a new dimension. That's great.
Manchester, you are sitting at your desk job at Time Force headquarters. You would think that it's really
I'm glad that
boring.
you've specified that I'm at my desk job.
Well, I mean, you're not.
I feel like I
actually
should
doing
say what this
anything.
man's wearing.
I mean,
I want to know
as
what he's wearing.
Time Force employees, Time Force officers have different hats that they wear. You happen to be in front of the vibes are like control room style situation with plenty of screens and things. Yeah. What are you wearing then? Feel free to describe it if you'd like.
So, fucking camera pulls in on this little space, and I'm wearing the Time Force, like the standard jumpsuit, but also like,
Sure.
I'm wearing it, as in it's visible underneath the white dress shirt and the blue jeans and the long pink leather duster and the pink cowboy hat. And I'm just
Yeah.
sitting there staring at a screen.
I mean, you do really love this particular room because no one's here to give you shit about your outfit.
Oh, absolutely. I know my purpose. I know my purpose in life. I know what I want to do. I'm just waiting for them to tell me to do it.
You know. You actually are monitoring disturbances in shifting timelines and everything, and you are actually witnessing as these different events are happening in real time where you are in, like, I'm gonna say 30, 40, because Time Force is weird. And you
Sounds about right.
yeah, so you see, you see 2018, the blip in that timeline, and you see a yellow dot that represents someone on the yellow spectrum. You see a blue dot, like, near the water. That one you're unsure of, but that that blip, you know, Mariner Bay, California is the place that pings for that. You've got Angel Grove, another part of California. Then you've got one faint green blip.
Where the hell's that?
Well, that one that one is on one of the screens on your left-hand side that are, like, further out in the distance. And you're just like, huh, there's the weird outer space screens, and you're just like, huh, there's a blip out there too, and you are noticing all of this.
Are all the Power Rangers on the West Coast because all the superheroes from DC and Marvel are on the East Coast?
It's probably, right?
I have no idea. I
Justice
just
League
know
and Power
that
Rangers are canon to each other, probably. So
they're all just in California. To be fair,
they have
maybe.
crossed over.
It's true.
it's true.
So Manchester, you are starting to collect this information, and you get the sense very much that people are getting pulled from different timelines now. And your primary screen on the computer that you're using, a communication pops up, and it is a memo that says, it's a memo to all Time Force personnel about the timeline disruptions. And it basically says that everyone has to be on high alert. One person will be sent to the scene of each disturbance to investigate. So that is the memo that you get. And then there's an email addressed to you that from a
No
coworker.
one ever sends me mail.
From a coworker of yours that is called Gemini, and they say, and they write in their email, hey, I have it under good authority. They're still looking for someone to investigate the central disturbance. You should put your name forward. And then it's signed Gem.
I quickly type back. Well, thank you for the information. I've been feeling like a donkey on the wrong side of the road when it comes to this whole particular situation. So I'm looking forward to finally achieving my destiny. Signed, Batman.
You
And
get
I
you
and I
get
get up
a
to go do that.
you get like the kind of um I guess it's more like an instant messenger type of thing that there's a message that just pops up that says good luck, bud. And
I don't know how to describe a yeehaw emoji, but I send a yeehaw emoji.
it's the emoji with the cowboy hat, of course.
No, it's like
Yeah.
because it's like it's 30-40, so it's stupider. It's like Donkey Kong with a cowboy hat, and he's got like a gun. And he shoots out a little flag.
Okay,
and says
that's
yeehaw
fair.
or something.
I mean, sure. You are so the way this goes usually is when you are signing up for, or like, you volunteer for an assignment, you sign up, and then they will select. You put your name forward. There was like digital paperwork because it's like 30-40. You filed that all the way before you left.
Of course. Holographic paperwork.
Yeah, you find that all the way before you actually leave the office, and your Time Force issue like communicator actually notifies you an hour after you sent the paperwork. It says,
Well,
it says, you have been selected to investigate the central disturbance. Unfortunately, we cannot send your time flyer with you or any other standard issue Time Force vehicles. But you are able to be shuttled off via the time shuttle. You know, the shuttle that will yeet you into the portal, but you will not have your own vehicles once you land. That is basically what the email says. But you will be dropped off. You will be shuttled off to investigate.
I
You are
imagine
also-
Manchester
the rest
getting
of
this while like wandering in the middle of the halls
Yeah.
or something, and just
Yeah.
screaming "Yeehaw!" in response immediately.
You are also given other details, like you are given a certain amount of time to investigate before the time shuttle returns to pick you up. But you are sent here. You are sent to that disturbance. Interestingly enough, you are sent to a large kind of I don't even know how to describe it. It's like the Astro Megaship, but it's not. It is a large ship. It is a large ship. Similar stats, but like it's not the same ship. You actually, when you get there, you witness as Saban actually literally just gets yeeted into the bridge of this ship.
Oh my!
You see Lucie is sitting at one of the consoles with her feet up, just like, I don't know what's going on here, but what the hell? And then you see Arcadia just entering the bridge from wandering elsewhere.
I'm running over to Saban, who I see collapse, shoot out of the fucking sky like an asteroid, and I'm. Pardon me, partner. Are you alive?
Yes. What just?
All right, I'm gonna need.
Where-
I got a stick of bubble gum. I'm gonna stick it in your mouth. You're gonna start chewing, so you can confirm that you're alive for me. All right. I need to figure out exactly how concussed you are. Ready? 1, 2.
You hear? You
No concussion. We love to see it. 5 out of 5.
You-
No concussion. All right.
you all hear a voice from the entrance of the bridge as a um I'm just thinking, sorry, as a golden blonde woman in essentially black armor um joins you all and says, well, it was quite a trip to try to assemble a team. Looks like you are all here in one piece. And she glances over at Saban. Rough landing?
Yeah. No, I was in the forest. I was in a
We need that
forest.
gun
How
back, by the way.
here?
Thank you, partner. I wrap it up. I put it back in my pocket. That's Tom Force. That's Tom Force equipment. I need that.
So the blonde woman says, so we're sorry to have brought you all over in such a rush. Um, my name is Sophie Marsh. I'm the Phantom Ranger. And Arcadia, you look extremely confused. Because the person that dropped you off mentioned that she was the Pink Lights Ranger. But you also saw her disappear right after she dropped you off. She left Med Rescue 5 and like had it basically pulled into a ship. And she left after you were dropped off. So you know that Med Rescue 5 is like in the kind of what is it? Zord Bay area of this ship. But this is not the woman you got who dropped you off, but it does look like her.
How many of you are there?
Well, it depends on how many timeline deviations you know about. I mean, I assume you met the one from the post-apocalyptic hellscape. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'll give you a little history lesson about the timeline deviations later if you really want it, but it's a little bit of a trip. The there was a body swap incident a while back. So,
Wait,
and
not to be rude, but does that happen all the time? Because I wound up in like 1990 something.
um,
Damn, that's longer than I've been alive.
I mean, I was only there for like 15, 20 minutes on my way here, but I guess I just want to know if this is something I can expect for the
I
rest
mean,
of my time as a ranger.
this, she kind of sighs at you, and she says, "Well, as far as I know, only me and the Sophie that she knows have experienced that sort of thing. Um, when you traveled, how did it feel?"
Honestly, like I was running but not running, and then finally pushing through something at the end. And I mean, I've teleported before, my team and I, we do it all the time, but it feels different. It feels like I'm being pulled up and flung into the air. This felt like I was running a race that I couldn't win, and then I had to push my way through at the end.
Well, you all got here, so at least Sophie did her job. Yeah, her, me, but not me. Anyway, and she produces a blue crystal. So I used to be the only person who could teleport through the morphing grid in that particular way that you described. But that was like a whole lifetime ago. I was like 18 years old. And I don't know, I never used it again after I became the Phantom Ranger and I left everything behind. I don't know what my counterpart did to try to get you all here, but at least you're all here now. And then she looks at Manchester. Are you wearing anything openly identifying you as Time Force?
That's actually a really good question. Fucking, am I? Yeah, I assume so. I assume I'm wearing like the badge attached to the leather duster. I assume.
Yeah. Okay. It's like, that was smart of her to cause enough of a ruckus to get Time Force's attention. I never would have thought of that. And she says, "Well, now that you're all here, I would like to give you a bit of a rundown about how things are going. Um, the United Alliance of Evil is planning a full-scale attack. We're talking about Ecliptor, Dark Spectre, Darkonda, all of these powerful space aliens and people, villains who have risen after the Great Purification, when the Astro Rangers saved the world. So they are starting to rally together, led by Lord Zed and Rita's son, Thrax. Dana, you recognize the name Rita. Rita Repulsa is the first thought that comes to your mind.
Yeah.
you know that you know that it's bad, even if you're not 100% sure if it's like the timeline is being weird, if it's another Rita, but you know that it's definitely bad news.
I mean, this is something else. I mean, if Rita is allying herself with, I don't know, other people like Rita, this is really bad.
There are just as the just as there are multiple teams in multiple places, there are also multiple enemies in multiple places, and they do not have the interconnectedness that a Power Ranger team has, but they have numbers. They have planets and bases and numbers. So while different Ranger teams are assembling different members, we've been tasked to check something out that's been floating under the radar. And then you see a concerned look on her face as she checks her wrist, and you see like a bulky kind of piece of technology on it. I just got word from a source of mine that the Machine Empire is planning to rejoin the United Alliance of Evil. And they are planning to join the fray soon. They are looking to travel through the grid to a place called the Land of the Coinless. As you know, and she looks at Dana. Yeah, Manchester, you know that's a bad sign. Travel through the grid, timeline disruptions everywhere. Dana, you know that a place called Land of the Coinless is bad because your power coin is what powers you. So if there are Rangers with no coins, that's bad. Saban, you have a sword. You have a really cool sword.
I have a sword, and what is happening?
The ship has a giant screen, and you guys can actually see that the ship is traveling at warp speed. Things are happening at a rapid rate. They're happening faster than anyone ever expected, but I jumped in to intervene and pulled my pink Lightspeed Ranger counterpart out of retirement so that she could help me through multiple timelines. I don't know if it was the right call, but everyone else is focused on making sure they don't get to their destination. That there was a concern that we were letting something slip under the radar. So we got 3 things we got to do. We gotta do recon, and then we gotta figure out what their plans are, and then we gotta intercept them. And then she looks at Manchester and is like, so there was a little bit of a problem when I tried to get your Zord through the Morphin Grid, and apparently Time Force doesn't like it when we try to borrow,
They are particularly stingy about such things. Yes.
but um, my Zord's in the bay. You can borrow that one. It I didn't put it in the stats, but that that Zord that Zord can actually, like, if you sit in it for a minute, it'll help you recover faster. It's like an ambulance on steroids. It's really cool. Um,
Can I fit a horse inside of it properly?
no,
I'll find a way.
or
I'll figure it out how to drive
sorry,
it.
sorry. She said my Zord. She said Sophie's Zord. The other Sophie. She meant, sorry, my brain. Let's rewind that. The pink Lightspeed Ranger Zord is in the Zord Bay. It's really cool. That's what she meant to say. Yeah, Sophie left that one. Sophie left that one before she took off. So, yeah. By the way, you guys have 5 story points. Just as a reminder, someone gave an extra point for the pool. It goes to the team and not the individual person. Anyway, so the ship pulls out of warp and slows down, and you guys can see out on the screen, if you are looking, there is in the distance you can see a a planet, like, far off in the distance, as the Sophie is basically just like on the console, basically at the helm, driving the ship. And she says, "We're still about a day out. Why don't you guys hang out, get to know each other for a bit? I'll make sure to land us there. There are quarters for you to rest in, and a mess hall, hollow room for you to, you know, use as well. So just feel free to get to know each other for a moment. And I am going to make sure this ship lands without a hitch. So what do you guys want to do at this point? You are in a big spaceship.
Dana would like to go to the mess hall and just maybe grab a snack, but when she's got a minute, just kind of sit down and sort of see if she can just maybe contact her team or her little communicator and let them know that she won't be there in case Alpha can't reach them. She doesn't really think it'll work, but might as well.
Yeah, it is as you expected. Space, really far away from Earth right now, so you aren't able to communicate with your team. I know you don't have any ranks in technology, but go ahead and roll that for me with a snag. So roll your D20, 2d20, and take the lower result.
Okay.
Just curious.
So my lowest result was a 5.
Got it. Yeah, no, you are racking your brain trying to
smacking my watch, like
yeah.
shaking my wrist.
You do, however, figure out the replicators, and you do manage to get your favorite snack out of it. So whatever that is, what does that look like?
Nachos.
Dana?
Delicious nachos.
No. You've got nachos, and you've got a
so
communicator that doesn't communicate to your friends right now because you're in space.
I'm just gonna forget about my stress and enjoy my nachos.
I was gonna say, I think Arcadia would kind of look over and be like, what are you doing?" and ask Dana what's going on.
I'm kind of eating my stress away, I think. I'm not surprised that my communicator is not working, but I was kind of hoping maybe I could send some sort of message out to my team. I mean, I've kind of just upped and vanished, and I don't know if Alpha or Zordon will be able to reach them because the Alpha and Zordon I spoke to is like from 3 decades ago.
Um, yeah, Arcadia. Um, you have a decent working knowledge of the morphing grid. You. Oh no.
That's right.
You.
I'll keep eating my nachos until she returns.
Oh no.
I think she's frozen. Arcadia, are you back? Um. Okay. You know what? We will put a pin on that conversation for now until that gets sorted out. Um. Saban, what do you do? Favorite ex- space alien explorer person? You love to wander and explore. What are you doing on the ship?
I am just looking around in wonder. I am like looking at buttons, like going to press them, not pressing them, going to press them again, not pressing them. Occasionally I take out the quasar saber and I just kind of like look at it, and then I like kind of swing it like an idiot and just like totally pretend like I know what I'm doing and I'm supposed to be here.
Um, Something happens that you don't expect. You manage to pull out this saber, and you don't. It took a while, but finally you've absorbed enough of the green spectrum energy that your quasar saber actually shrinks down to a morpher and attaches itself to your wrist.
I look around
That
to see
is
if anyone noticed that happen.
I'm staring at it.
this is like the quasar saber selecting you for real. You got a morpher now. You can't hold this sword right now, but you've got a morpher now. You are a legit Power Ranger.
I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be here. Manchester, I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah, I was about to say, from where my point of view and my angle, you do in fact seem like the kind of individual who knows what they're doing and as though they're supposed to be here.
Of course. Of course.
How long have you
Definitely.
been doing this ranger thing?
How long have we been on this ship?
Uh, I turn to my horse. I check the watch that's on my horse's hooves. Been about like an hour.
About an hour.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
you carry the kind of confidence and energy that I'd expect of someone who has been doing this for I don't know 700 or so years. So congratulations on it.
How 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 old are you?
Oh, I'm not that old. I'm only about I'm chilling at a crispy good old what do they how are the old how the old calendars work from I'm about 22. But you know, I've existed. So I travel through time very often. You know, I'm not as old as my horse though. I pat my beautiful horse, who I've smuggled onto this mission. She's just here to
Like
watch.
700? Is the horse
You know,
700?
calendars are different. Times are all strange and all that. Times are all strange and all that. Such things don't matter. I apologize for bothering myself into your business like a giraffe on a Six Flags safari tour. I'm gonna
I
start
don't
taking a
understand
slow
any of
walk.
those references.
It's all right. I expect that we'll be here quite a while. Eventually, you'll come to learn a bit. Congratulations on belonging here and all that. It seems like you're quite enjoying yourself for it.
Okay, good
Um,
pay.
Every time Manchester talks, I get more and more confused.
yeah, me too. Me too.
Yep.
So we cut back to the mess hall where Dana and Arcadia are to continue that conversation.
Yeah.
So what are you guys talking about? Let's go back to that conversation about what were you talking about? My brain completely spaced.
So Dana was saying that she is just sort of stress eating because she can't send a message out to her teammates, and she doesn't know if Zordon and Alpha can do that for her, because the Zordon and Alpha she met were from 30 years ago. So
Yeah, Arcadia is just a bit confused. Like, well, they would have known when the meeting happened, wouldn't they?
I'm not going to pretend I know how any of this time stuff works, but they couldn't promise me that they'd be able to get a message to my team, and I would love to think that time stands still until I can get back, but if it doesn't, then my teammates will be wondering where the hell the Yellow Ranger is.
Sorry, I was with my team when Sophie came to pick me up. Did she not pick you up with your team?
No, I was in detention, and then my communicator beeped, and so I bounced, and before I could answer it, I was pulled back into the 90s and then pulled here.
Oh, you didn't sign up for this.
Not really. I'm kind of wondering why we're sort of all here individually.
Yeah, no, that wasn't explained to me, but at least they were like, "Hey, who's down for space travel?"
Yeah, I
Um,
got like no warning. It just kind of happened. And like I'm happy to help. I am, I like being a ranger, but it took a while for me to kind of bond with my team, and I don't know, we're all pretty close, and I don't like the idea of them being down a ranger or wondering where the heck I am.
that's fair. Do you want me to see if maybe I can try to see if I can help with your comm?
Sure. I mean, I'm not really good with this stuff, but if you think you can have a look at it, and she takes it off and hands it to you.
Can I roll to see if I can fix Dana's comm? Because I have a D4 for tech.
Let me see.
That's like so nice of
Um,
Arcadia. I love it.
I'm gonna say,
I also have a called Helping Hand. I don't know if that helps in this case.
Helping Hand is your healing ability and has nothing to do with
okay.
technology.
I'm
You do,
healing
however,
the tech.
have however, have idea points.
Oh, yeah, cool. How do I use those? Wait, should I keep those
Um,
though?
I mean, they are for smarts related skill checks
Oh,
specifically.
okay.
So you could actually give yourself advantage. You have 2 of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give myself advantage. So I'll mark those
Okay,
off
so
over.
you roll 2d20, you take the higher one, and then you roll a d4.
Okay. That's a dirty 20, a 16, and a 4.
Ooh.
It's a really good thing I
Oh,
did that idea point thing because the first one was a 6.
You rolled a 4 on your d4.
Yeah.
That is a crit. You maxed out on your skill die.
Hey,
So
nice.
here's what happens. Arcadia, you actually pull out from your backpack, because you are always prepared like a total scout would be. Anyway, you pull out a handheld device, and it's like a mini computer, You actually managed to patch through to the ship's communication device. and their long-range communication device, you manage to at least send a short message through that essentially says, you know, Dana's okay, and don't worry.
That I can't believe how did you do that? Wow, that thank you. That's amazing.
Tech's kind of my thing on my team.
Wow. Thank you. I don't even know how to
You're all good.
nachos?
Sure, yeah. If my team didn't know where I was, I'd be very worried that they didn't know where I was either. So
Wow. Yeah, well, thanks. I really appreciate it, and it's like a weight off of my shoulders.
yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and as different rangers from different walks of life and different timelines start to bond and get to know each other, I would like to throw us to a 10-minute break. Just to give everyone a chance to rehydrate and everything. We'll be back at quarter after the hour for more Power Ranger shenanigans as I recompose myself and figure out the next leg of our journey. So we will see you in roughly 13 minutes. Okay, I really do not know how to do time.
See you soon.
And we are back on this Power Rangers space road trip adventure. We've seen our different Rangers bonding. We saw a Mercurian jungle person get their morpher. Huh, that's a weird moment right there, but we don't need to think about that too hard. The rest of the group are a little more experienced. Totally fine. The sirens. No, not the sirens. A beep goes off. It's just a notification. A beep goes off, and a computerized voice says, "Please report to the bridge. Um, please report to the bridge right away. Please report to the bridge right away." So you are being summoned to the bridge.
Let's roll out.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Howdy.
So the Phantom Ranger is not morphed presently. She is actually wearing a whole lot of black leather pants with like a super dark navy top that looks like it could be black, but it's actually blue. It's a weird thing. And she is saying, "So the Machine Empire," and she points at the giant screen that shows the outside, just around the corner. We need to go in there, figure out what they're up to, and fight them off, and do what we need to do to keep them from shifting timelines and getting out of here. The best we can do is keep them from making the jump in the time portal in this galaxy. So, step number one, we figure out what they're doing, what their plans are. Is there anything you need before we get down there?
No, I definitely know what I'm doing. For
I
sure,
agree that I
100%.
think that Saban definitely knows what he's doing.
They seem competent.
I think we'll be
It's fine.
fine if we stick together.
I'm gonna go with that, and also I have a satchel full of stuff.
Well, if you need help, I just give the ship a call. I've tuned into the frequencies of your communications, so your communication devices, so you can, for the time being, at least reach the ship. And I will send backup. The well, let's just say the Triforians owe me a favor. So let me know if you guys need any help. And she lands the ship in, or she maintains orbit like on this planet, or on the moon next to this planet, like, kind of obscuring the ship, making sure it's cloaked and everything. And then you are led to the Zord Bay, where there are two vehicles, a saber-toothed tiger-shaped Zord, and Saban, you've never met this green creature, but it is pretty freaking majestic. And it makes a noise that is definitely not English, but you understand it, and it's saying hello to you.
This is so cool.
You are reassured that if you need your Zords, that they would be sent out for you. And then instinctively you push a button on your morpher without even really thinking about it. You just feel like you're meant to do it. And all of a sudden you are enveloped in green light. And you're now in the green and white spandex of the Lost Galaxy Green Ranger.
Oh, is it morphing time? Are we doing this now?
I definitely meant to do that right now, so sure.
I believe that Saban here has already detected the danger. We should prepare already. Go in more.
All right. Dana's gonna get her thing and be like, saber-toothed tiger!
Dana is then enveloped in yellow light, and from the light emerges an armored metallic yellow ranger. 2017
But it takes like
movie aesthetic.
It takes like 20 seconds roughly for each of us, right?
Yeah.
No, it takes 6 seconds. Standard action is 6 seconds. I know that.
20 seconds is like the Sailor Moon spin around, if we want to add a little flourish, maybe.
I mean, I would say 12 seconds max if you
All
want
of
to
our
have
theme
a full
songs are
conversation.
blasting over each other as we try.
It's just a cacophony of hard rock.
So yeah, no, you are. It is almost good. It is go time for, like, recon and things. So yeah, do the rest of you do your morphing?
I'm gonna say because the others did. Arcadia is definitely gonna morph.
And yeah, From the blue light emerges the blue light speed ranger, and she looks really freaking rad. Manchester,
I am a slave to peer pressure, so yes, I do in fact morph up.
and pink ranger, pink time force ranger appears. Pretty
I
boss.
do still have the trench coat on. I lose the cowboy hat, but I do still have the trench coat on.
Okay, you know what? I'll give that one to you.
Just looks cool, you know.
I am going to say, okay, here is a fun question. How many of you have ranks in infiltration?
I think I might. Let me
I
just check.
have one. I have
I
a
think you
D2.
have
Find
one.
out.
I have 2 ranks in infiltration.
Oh, it's
Ooh.
because you're a juvenile delinquent.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm glad somebody did.
I get
Wow.
you. All the juvenile delinquents have ranks in infiltration
Yeah.
in this game, apparently. Not that I know from experience.
Surprise!
actually,
it's
my
Power
friend-
Rangers meets the Breakfast Club.
My friend, that's the 2017 movie. My friend Michael actually plays the juvenile
True.
delinquent in our team. Shout out to Michael. What's up, buddy? Yeah. All right. Manchester infiltration? Yes. No.
Oh,
Is Manchester the only one who doesn't have infiltration? Okay. Cool. All right. So. Oh yeah. Saban doesn't roll anything with this snag. They're a savant. They know what they're doing. I forgot. They actually know what they're doing.
I know
okay.
what I'm doing. I'm supposed to be here.
it's
Is
true.
that your catchphrase?
Yes.
All right. You know
Saban
what?
is
Let's
whatever
do
the
it.
opposite of imposter syndrome is.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody,
Imposter
roll
syndrome.
me their. Everybody, roll me their infiltration checks. Manchester, roll 2d20 and take the lower one.
Oh, I'll fail that. Don't worry.
Now
don't know.
20 plus 2, so 22.
Okay.
That's a 3.
14.
12.
Okay, you know what? You guys do a pretty solid job. You disembark the ship, you are teleported down to the surface, and you are at the base of this moon, this fortress, this uh, machine empire fortress on this planet. And you manage to sneak around and find the back way into the fortress, and for the most part remain undetected. You know, like, it feels pretty good. And you I would like for all of you now to roll alertness checks, please. If you have a specialty in persuasion, that applies. Or not persuasion, perception. Sorry, wrong P, different skill. My bad. Alertness, perception.
I was so happy for a second.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah. Nope. Yeah, that's what I'm rolling. Duh. Okay. That's a 15.
11.
Okay.
Also a 15.
19.
You all hear pretty good. With a 15 and above, you definitely hear the plans of taking off for the closest portal, making time jumps. There's a certain buzz in this fortress of like the machine empire getting ready, and you guys manage to sneak around past. Um, hmm. However, on
Hello?
your way out, on your way out, there are essentially a group of foot soldiers, like half a dozen, who they're essentially like in charge of like packing the car, so to speak, and you just happen to run into them. Like they're just there. They are they are yeah, they're just there. And they start making beeping noises at you. I would like everybody to roll initiative, please.
Ooh.
We're getting honked at by a bunch of Transformers.
No, they're
Oh.
like putties with metal heads.
My initiative was really bad. It was a 7.
That was a 19!
Oh, wow. You're
so
putting me to
close.
shame. I meant to be really speedy and I'm not.
It
17.
happens. Manchester?
6. That's a 6.
Oh god, I don't want to go first. Wait.
Um,
Don't worry, I'll be really good when I start punching and shooting them.
I make no promises. We'll see how I roll.
I make no promises. I'm gonna try.
to be fair, these guys have really garbage initiative too, so you guys are fine. Arcadia, what do you do when these foot soldiers come around?
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do something. Totally. I know how this game works and I know how the things I
Okay,
pick
I'll
work.
walk you. Okay.
Yes, please tell me what to do.
Okay, I will walk you through the mechanics. I want you guys to think Saturday morning cartoons, Saturday like Power Rangers, like just do what you feel. You have your standard action, you have a move, you have free actions, which is your speed minus 2 number of like free actions.
Oh, I should have taken better.
things. I mean, I did try to tell you.
I tried.
Okay. I did, but you okay? So, what would you like to do, Arcadia? And
Can I shoot somebody?
Yeah, you can pull out your. I know what the words are. Your rescue blaster. You want to shoot in blaster mode?
Sure.
Okay, cool. 2 ranks in targeting.
I have that. Yeah.
You can aim to get an upshift if you don't move.
All right, then I'll do that.
So you gain an upshift for aiming. You also gain an upshift for power focusers. Because,
Awesome. How do I use that?
so for every upshift, you move up the skill ladder. So you have 2 upshifts. You go from a D4 to a D8 on your targeting roll.
Just
roll
this
a D20?
roll?
I mean, specifically for targeting, because you aimed and your power focusers. Go ahead,
Awesome.
roll the D20 and the D8.
All right. If
You
I
can
suck.
also hold on. You can also spend a story point to roll with specialization, which means you would roll a D2 all the way up to a D8. And if any of those roll max, it's a crit.
Okay. Yeah, I want to. Everyone, cool if I spend a story point.
Yeah. We got an extra one. It's one.
We're gonna have
like
to do it
the-
eventually. We might as well start
Alright.
off strong, right?
Yeah. So I roll a D2, a D4, a D6, and a D8, or
Yeah, all of them. That's
shit.
what.
Okay.
That's what a specialization is you roll all of the dice and all of the skill dice. So story points are really powerful. If you're inclined to help our players be totally badass, please donate to Black Girls Code, because that's pretty rad.
And ID. Okay, so rolling all of that, and it still was shit. Okay, so that's gonna be
The highest skill die.
the highest skill die. Okay, um, highest skill die is a 4.
Okay. Is it on which die?
It's on the 6.
That's okay. What did you roll on the d20? Just add the d20 plus the highest roll on the skill die.
D20 is an 8.
These guys aren't that hard to hit. Yeah. 12 toughness. You shoot. Okay, so this the cog that you hit sparks. Let me see. With blah, blah, sparks with energy and takes one one stun damage. The fun thing about stun damage is that if everybody manages to fill up manages to inflict stun damage in the same round that is equal to their max health, they're pretty much out of commission. So if everybody's hitting it with stun damage, pretty rad. But stun damage clears. They clear one stun damage every round. Also, don't at me if I got that rule wrong because I always forget it. So that's how we're going to do it today. Do you want to position yourself at all? Do you want to back up? Do you want to because you are roughly 30 feet away from these guys that are trying to.
After I'm gonna back up. Yeah, I'm gonna back up and probably hide behind Manchester.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. What's your ground movement speed?
It's Movement's 35 feet.
Oh, 35. You're right. Curious.
Yep, yeah. Curious.
Excellent. Okay. Oh no, you aimed. You can't move. I forgot about that.
Oh, so you can't. Okay, you can't move after.
No. And you can't aim if you've moved. No, it's fine. You're still 30 feet away right now, which it's whatever.
That's a little ominous, Anne.
I mean, they're foot soldiers.
For now.
Their toughness isn't that much. They might be a little bit dodgier or evasive, but this is just a warm up. Let's see who rolled next. Saban, what do you want to do with your freshly acquired Power Ranger status?
I gotta go try this out. I'm gonna go rush and go in for a Quasar Saber hit.
As you are running, a cool thing happens because you just think about it and you summon your weapon. Really freaking cool. And then you rush to the nearest cog, nearest foot soldier, and just charge at them. Do you have ranks in might or finesse? Whichever one works best for you.
I have ranks in might. More ranks in might.
Excellent. It is a two-handed swing because this bad boy, this Quasar Saber, is a two-handed sword. So you are just coming at it. Are you targeting the same one that Arcadia hit?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
That is 14.
I only heard one die. Did you roll your skill die?
I rolled a d20 and a d4.
Yeah, and the d4.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, roll a d6 because of Arcadia's power focusers.
Ooh.
I forgot.
Okay, that's a 17.
Oh yeah, you hit. So your Quasar Saber connects with this cog's shoulder, and sparks go off and comes off of it. It looks really cool. You looked really awesome. And so this robot, this guy robot, you don't know what it
Android?
is, but maybe it crumples to the ground. Between you and Arcadia, you have dealt with it. So 1 down, 5 to go. Let's go, team. Who is next in initiative? Manchester? Let's go. Let's see what you got.
Is it me? I thought it was like.
I think
I thought it
I
was
think
worse.
it's
think it's
actually
Dana.
me. Yeah, I got like
Yeah.
just one more. I squeezed in there.
Oh, I switched the numbers around. My bad. Okay. Dana, you and then Manchester. And then we go to whoever's left and they'll have their turn on the cogs side.
So I'm going to kick it old school. I'm going to just get in there, and I would like to use triple strike attacks to just unleash a flurry of blows. If I'm
Yeah.
able to.
No, absolutely. Hold on. I'm just going to double check something real quick because I don't main Yellow Rangers, but this is fun. I know what I'm doing. I belong here. You know, that's a really solid mantra, Saban. I might steal that from you.
Dana's just gonna like leap in there, like in the original series, where they just kind of sail across the TV and into the fray.
Your the hell? I know what I'm doing. Your power daggers have. Okay, wait. Let me double check something because I was looking at. Okay, how many ranks in finesse do you have?
I think I just have I've just got the one.
Arcadia's power blasters give you an upshift, so you roll with a d4.
Ooh. Thank you, Arcadia.
Yeah. You spend one of your personal power, and then you just roll. You roll 2 finesse attacks without any penalty. So just both of you make the roll twice.
Okay.
And then you also roll. Your follow-up attack with a d2.
Okay.
That one is not affected by Arcadia's bonus.
So
3 attacks.
3 attacks. Okay, so first attack is 22. Second
What is the number on your d4? Is it max?
2. 3.
Okay. It's not a crit, but keep going. Roll another finesse attack.
Okay, I apparently have blessed dice because I got another 19 on the 20, but this time I got a 4 on my d4.
Okay, hold right there. Before you roll your follow-up attack, this is what happens. Okay, everybody else sees this Yellow Ranger, daggers manifested, swing left and right, and splashes at this robotic figure, and it crumples, taking 3 damage in 1 round. And then what you can do is you are a nimble fighter, so you can move 5 feet towards the next guy and do your follow-up attack.
Yes, I will. After that particular one crumbles into dust, I
it's more like computer spare parts.
Yeah. So it's just sort of falls apart. I kind of do a bit of a spin to cover some ground, avoid any incoming blows, and then I'm going to kick this next one right in the chest.
It's not a D4, it's a D2, and it is not affected by Arcadia's bonus.
So so 21.
You just swing at this other cog, and it also takes some damage from you. You are sorry. I just need to double check something.
Can you roll for me from now on?
The power daggers, yeah. It takes 1 point of sharp damage, but you are just on a roll. Do you have any free actions that you can do?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. What would be some free actions?
It depends on the perks you've chosen and different abilities, but if you don't have anything on your sheet right now, that's fine. We can move on to the
Yeah.
next person.
Yeah, I think
Two
that's
down?
fine. Yeah, I think that's fine.
Two down, 4 to go. Well, 3 and this one damaged guy. So y'all are doing great. Manchester, you're up.
All right. Saturday morning cartoon. The flavor of my blasters, like we discussed a little while back, is that I
Mhm.
sort of summon up pink energy that coils around my fists in bad CGI, as
Yeah.
is tradition for the genre, and I just start punching the air to send out these fist beams. I'm gonna aim, and I'm just gonna target whichever a random cog and start blasting.
Um, are you going to use your volley? Is that
I
what
am
I'm
not.
hearing?
No, I'm
Okay.
not. No, not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
I'm gonna
I
save it.
mean, honestly, spoiler, you're probably going to jump into a Zord that's sooner than later. So,
Oh man.
I mean,
I mean,
you
if we're not
you could
well,
volley.
I was gonna say if there's not a rubber suit that we have to immediately worry about. I mean, all right, yeah, sure, I'll do it.
Well, I mean, there's something you might need to worry about, but it's
We'll get there
probably
when we
not.
get there. Yeah, sure, I'll volley. Like that's 2 shots.
Yeah, it is at level. No, actually, at level. Yeah, at level 4, it is 2 shots. Yeah.
All right. Targeting is D6. Aiming makes it D8, right?
Yeah. You are rolling at a D10 because you.
Oh shit.
Wait, are you using a power weapon? Technically.
Yeah. It just reflavored to be the fists, but yeah, it's the power.
Okay.
Well, actually, I guess
Okay.
the Chronoblaster. I don't know if that counts.
I mean, well, you know what? I'll allow it because it's cool. So roll
I'm
at a
just going with the gear
D10.
that I was given.
Go with roll with a D10.
Cool. Right. And that's gonna be. It's an 18.
Oh yeah, one. Do you aim for the one that Dana was attacking, or do you just new guy?
I was aiming for a new guy, preferably.
Okay. Do you aim for the set? Do you aim on the same guy for your next attack?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Do it again.
All right.
You can. Oh, I was gonna say you can roll with specialization if you spend a story point.
I'll live without it for the moment.
Okay.
That's 16. That one.
Yeah, that will hit. So you actually, if it's a reflavored chronoblaster, the beams of energy shoot out, and you see the sparks flying out of this cog. And Dana, because you did a melee attack relatively close by, you see it's just like sparks flying almost at the same time yours were flying, and you're just like, this is cool. There are 3 of them left, and they are not happy. One of them will attempt to. The one that's closest to Dana will do that weird foot soldier walk because they can never actually walk normally. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Would you like to defend with your toughness or your evasion? You can pick which one's highest.
Let's see. Where is evasion its own thing, or is that based on something
Evasion
else?
is the speed-based. Evasion is the speed-based defense. Toughness
Okay.
is the strength-based defense. Now,
Oh, I'll go
toughness is the
evasion then.
yeah, toughness is the only defense that benefits from your armor bonus. But I mean, whatever. What's your evasion?
15.
You know, it's unfortunate. This guy rolled an 11. He's really crap at fighting. This cog actually tries to punch you, and you just swiftly move out of the way because this guy is an incompetent foot soldier. And Saban, another one comes for you. Does a 15 hit your toughness or your evasion? The higher one. Pick the higher one. I can't hear. Oh no.
You're muted.
My toughness is 15, my evasion is 14, so either way this hits me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you just take like an uppercut to the helmet. It's just 1 point of blunt damage. It's just a fist. Oh no, it's not blunt damage, it's stun damage. If you don't take any stun, like it will disappear at the end of the combat round, like on their next turn. You get a little bit rocked, not a big deal. Yeah. Yeah, and the other guy just tries to close the distance but doesn't quite get there because these guys are slow in more ways than one. They're just not figuring things out. But that's because they are programmed really crappy and not because of any other thing. The technology here is a little strange. You would think that they'd invest more time on better foot soldiers so this kind of stuff doesn't happen. Arcadia, your turn. Do you want to shoot a thing?
I feel like shooting the thing is the best option for me at this point. So we're gonna shoot a thing again.
So Manchester's dealing with one of the cogs that's been roughed up a little. Manchester's been doing a thing. Dana's just like
Yeah, Dana
doing
doesn't
her
need
thing.
me. Dana's fine.
And you saw Saban get decked.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
Yeah, it did happen. You can see everything. You just have kind of a.
I have helping hand. I think that's a healing thing.
Yeah, that is a free action. So you at least have one free. Okay, so you have your speed -2 free actions. Aiming is a free action, and so is healing.
Oh, okay. So decide whether or not. I'm sure Saban's fine.
I was more thinking.
Is Saban fine?
Saban's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, there is a guy that's in their face, so you could shoot that guy.
I'm gonna shoot the guy in front of Saban. How about that? That's a good better option instead of just being like.
I wasn't trying to
I'd recommend that you duck before you die.
I wasn't suggesting Saban was in healing kind of trouble. I was just suggesting maybe you want to help them out.
Yeah, no, we're gonna help Saban out by shooting the person in front of them. I'm running off of 23 hours of being awake. Okay.
So if you use a bonus action to aim, you will not be able to move, but that will be an upshift. Your power focusers will give you an upshift, so it's either a D6 or a D8, depending on what you do.
I will not move.
Okay, cool. Roll me that targeting check, please.
All right. 1 second. Oh, I need an extra D. I need a D8. Duh. Okay. That's a No, wait, it's not 4, it's an 8. That's a 13. I was so excited for a second.
You actually hit. And
Oh yeah.
they're not that hard to hit. They're just like annoying. More than anything, they're just annoying. So your blaster just like stuns them. Wait, is it stunned? Sorry. Yeah, it is. Hold on. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, just it gets shot in the head and takes 1 stun damage. Yeah, that is it for your standard action. Are you taking any free actions or anything? You're still good. You're not in any sort of immediate concern.
No, I think I'm fine. I don't see any free actions. If Saban doesn't need to be healed yet, like they're fine, then we're good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's Saban's turn. Correct? Like my brain's like, did I write this down correctly? Yeah. It is Saban's turn to deal with the problem in front of them.
Yeah, I will go and take that hit again.
Let's go. Melee, please. It's a d6. Are you okay?
And that one.
You can actually spend a story point to re-roll that.
Spend the story point. Just do it.
Yeah, do it.
Story
Got like
point.
5.
I can't believe that just happened.
I like how
It's okay.
Saban and Arcadia fighting the same people, and then Manchester and Dana are just taking people out on their own.
All right, that's a 23.
Oh yeah. Hold on. You slash at this cog and it crumples in front of you, and you feel like a total rock star right now. Like, yeah,
I know what
Stay
I'm
down.
doing, and I'm supposed to be here.
yeah. And you like stomp on it to make a point.
That's my partner.
Yeah. Do you have any free action abilities? Are you gonna move towards a different target for later? What is your plan? next?
Yes, I will run to another one that is not, in being taken by anyone else.
I mean, you could just hang near like where Manchester and Dana are, because there's only a couple of them left, and one of them's in front of Dana, the other one's in front of Manchester. But you can kind of position yourself to kind of back them up.
Yeah, I'll flank from the back, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, so you see Manchester on the other side, and yeah, you can give them a thumbs up or make sure they see you, you know. Dana?
You're doing good, partner.
So I am going to go in again with the triple strike attack, starting with the one in front of me.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make that roll with an upshift for the power blasters. Power focuser.
Okay, so 18 and 3. So
that is a hit with the power dagger, and slash. You can reposition yourself so that the one that's Manchester is engaged with is within arm's reach, but the one that you are currently fighting is still up. But you can hit it again.
I'll hit it again, and if it crumples after that, then I'll move on to the next one.
Absolutely.
All right. I have so many dice. I'm like, where was this blessed one hiding? It was just in my dice bag. 18 and a 4.
Oh yeah, no. You
Hell
you
yeah.
slash this guy to the ground. It goes down with a little bit of overkill for good taste, because you are Dana, the defender of the weak and bullied, and you take no crap from anyone. And
Take
this,
that, Mr. Hanson. Put me in detention for fighting the good fight.
Yeah.
you let out some frustration and aggression that has nothing to do with this random alien foot soldier, but you know, it's a
This is
faceless-
Dana's version of a rage room.
it's a faceless evil. It's fine. It's just a evil robot alien anyway.
It
You're
doesn't
supposed
think.
I mean,
Oh god.
it's a programmed robot. Right. So you can use your nimble fighter ability to move 5 feet, shuffle over to the next one.
I
You
would
look
love
you look at Manchester, you look at the cog, and you also see Saban flanking, but you're like, hello, I'm here. You're gonna take that follow-up attack with the D2.
I absolutely am. Okay, so oh, that went a bit far. Okay, so 15 and 1, so 16.
Yeah, you absolutely destroy this. And you know,
Oh,
this
man.
foot soldier just also crumples at your feet, and you feel powerful in a way you haven't felt in a while. And you're just like, oh, this feels so good.
That
I
is
mean, to be
literally
fair-
true, because I usually roll quite badly whenever I'm not a GM. As a player, my
You
rolls
do,
suck.
well, I mean, you've fought putties, clay creatures, but this is on a different level. You are literally on the surface of an alien planet, and you are riding some kind of high.
Oh, man.
Initiative is over for now. Everybody roll me an alertness check, perception based if it matters. I'm gonna say difficulty 20.
15 altogether, a 13 and a 2.
Okay. I just want to see if someone will get that difficulty 20.
15.
Let's go, Manchester. What you got?
15. That's all I got.
Oh dang!
We're like
Everyone's
rocking
getting
with
15.
the
I
15,
crit on my
so-
my D4. So I got 19.
Nice.
Oh, so close. You know what?
Even with the critting
Uh-huh.
on the D4?
It's a
my
difficulty
skill?
20. Yeah, but it's a
Ah.
difficulty 20.
Wait,
It's only
can
a crit if you make the check.
Isn't there like a thing about story points? Or like in hindsight, you can add.
No, that's for your defense. That's if you're getting your ass kicked. You're not getting your ass kicked. You just got this close to noticing something.
I
mean,
have
would you rather get your ass
aptitude augmenter for alertness. Does that help?
Aptitude augmenters only reroll 1s and 2s for alertness. But it doesn't, it's not specifically the D20. You can also reroll skill die, but I don't think
I
it'll
can't
help.
reroll the skill die better than that. Dang it. Oh, man.
Yeah, no, Nox, remind me to tell you the story about how I rolled 24 to try to get a 25 difficulty skill check.
Oh, my God.
Right. So you guys are coming out of this fortress, and none of you actually notice anyone in the area. So you feel like you are free and clear. However, you hear in your ear the computerized voice, the same one you heard from the ship, that says, danger incoming. Zords will be arriving momentarily.
Oh, that don't sound good.
And sorry, let me my computer is having a time.
The rest of us are just like skipping down the street, like, yeah, look at us. We're the best. High five.
This is what it's like to follow destiny, everyone. To find yourselves at the apex of destiny.
Yeah, y'all are having, like, y'all are just feeling it. So while you guys are like heading back to report your findings about the time portal in this area, two things happen. One, the first thing is that a giant robotic skeleton figure appears, and you don't even see it because it's behind you, but you hear a loud thud as it lands in the empty space behind you. And then the second thing that happens is that in front of you, you see Zords, all of them appearing to help. Your saber-toothed tiger, Dana, Arcadia, the Aqua Rescue, which, holy crap, this is so bad. Manchester, you know, the Zord's on loan. You
An
can pretty much
ambulance
drive
has
anything.
arrived.
I mean, you know, it's pretty freaking helpful because it heals your friend. It heals you and your
An
friends for you.
ambulance, but not for me.
It's med.
Alright.
It's med. It's
Get
med.
us all to the
It's med
hospital.
rescue. The ambulance is the hospital. And Saban, you notice something really cool about the green galactobeast. It's no longer a beast, but rather a robotic version of the beast you saw earlier. And it's ready for action. So as you all jump into the cockpits of your rides, I am going to say, oh, jeez. Sorry about that. What is even happening to my computer right now? My computer is trying so hard. Okay, wrong tab. Okay, so, I am gonna say, because I'm nice and I don't care about rules as written, find the initiative die that is on your assigned Zord, because I'm pretty sure they have different values. Let me see. Yeah. Roll your Zord's initiative, please. Initiative skill, which for the Galactobeast is a D6. For the Saber-Tooth Tiger, it is a D8. For Aqua Rescue, it's also a D8, and Med Rescue also a D8.
So just that die,
plus
or
plus
with the D20.
Sorry, your D20 plus your skill die for your Zord's initiative die.
15.
Okay.
19.
I didn't realize I was muted. 21 for the saber-toothed tiger.
Oh my god!
Sorry. Is it Saban who's got the 19? Sorry.
Yes.
Or is it Manchester? Okay. Okay, Dana's got the, what was it that you got, Dana?
21.
And Manchester.
21 on the ambulance.
Ooh.
Great. So, all right. Let's see how this big boy works out. Oh, all right. Um. So this big giant robotic skeleton monster. Yeah. Skeletron. Because I am clever. Rolled a 23 on initiative. So, well,
Damn it.
You. So as you are all getting settled in your Zords, you guys jump in unison like Power Rangers do, and you get a voice in your head, and it's the Phantom Ranger. It's the Sophie that's been helping you out, and she says, "Remember when I said the Triforians owed me a favor? They worked out a way for your random Zords to combine with each other. So, yeah, just pump a little bit of your own Morphin Grid energy to bring your Zords together, and it'll find a way to fit together through the Morphin Grid."
I'm down with that. Let's do it.
So essentially, mechanically, if you all decide you are going to fight as one united megaform, you will be able to you all have to decide to do it, and you can spend around, like, essentially everyone decides and spend one personal power, and then you guys can all come together.
I have one personal power left. I'm totally willing to spend it on this if everybody else is keen.
Absolutely.
I don't
I'm
see a
down.
reason why not to.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, I am going to say the Skeletron is far enough away that it has to use its movement to get to you guys, and it's not able to really do anything as a result. So it is roughly about 10 feet away from you guys. Now. So everybody will just... I'm going to say you spent the whole previous turn, the first round, spending your personal power. And there is a transformation sequence in which your Zords somehow magically fit together, even though you're not on the same team. Because the Morphin Grid is magic. You see the saber-toothed tiger attached to the torso on one leg with, Brain. Med Rescue coming in for the other leg. The Condor Galactabeast as the torso and the head, and Upper Rescue being both arms, and it's this really rad thing happening. And bam! Megazord. So what will happen is you will all act as a team now in the Megazord. You're in the same cockpit, you can see each other. It's really freaking cool. Mechanically, you will look at all of you guys on the PDF, you should be able to see everyone's attacks and things. As a group, you will look at the attacks where it says Ranger driving. I totally forgot. On Med Rescue, I totally forgot to upgrade it. So the ranged attack for Med Rescue is a D6, and the melee attack for Med Rescue is a D4. So it's not the best at attacking, but it does have sort of a ram attack situation when it's on its own. But yeah, and has a range blasty thing. Yeah. You guys can kind of figure out which attack you guys want to do. Which sounds really cool. Although the Condor missile takes like a whole bunch of power, so that one I wouldn't suggest. But yeah.
Who has anything higher for their Zord attack? Who has anything higher than a D8? Because my Zord has a D8 bite skill, which might be something we could use.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
I got
D6s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're the highest one.
In terms of
Because Aqua
when you're in
Rescue
a
goes to a
megaform?
D4 and D6.
when you're in a mega form, it essentially becomes like a punch or whatever, depending on which part of the Zord you are, or like a kick or whatever. We can flavor it that way. But the melee attack will be rolled with the saber-toothed tiger then. Okay. So that is a D8.
So what do we all think? Should we kick it? Should we uppercut it? Punch to the face? What are we thinking?
I
say
do love
kick
me a
it.
good old-fashioned uppercut first.
All right, so we're gonna just go in, just run in, and then bang.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Please don't let this be the time I roll badly. Okay. Okay. So, 16 on the 20, and then 4. I got excited for some reason. I thought it was a D4, but like that's a D8. So 20 altogether.
Sorry, let me just double check something. Where is it? Sorry. Where? I'm sorry, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, no, 20 just hits.
Oh, thank God.
So it just takes 2 blunt damage from your attack. Everybody has a health value on their Zord. And when a megaform takes damage, you all split the damage evenly between your Zords, just as a note.
Yep.
So, wow, okay. Skeletron will manifest a, like, it is weird because the pommel is like metallic bone, but the sword itself is like energy, crackling with energy. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It rolled a 5.
Whoa.
So it tries to swing at you guys, and whose sword has the highest toughness?
I have
Uh,
18.
18 as
19.
well.
19 over here.
19 and 2 armor.
Yeah, it's okay. So, yeah, no, the Skeletron whiffs really hard. So you guys can go ahead and swing again. as your megaform starts barreling in, like, you know, it's, you don't have to be right up against it to really hit it, because, you know, Megazords have mad reach.
Yeah.
But you can go ahead and try again.
Who wants to go next?
I mean, you could pick any of the attack skills and just like reflavor it. Like if you do a ranged attack, maybe it could come out of your particular Zord. I don't know. We can flavor it as we go.
But is anyone gonna fight me if I would like to just knee this thing in the jaw?
No, go for it.
Do
Hell
it.
yeah.
That sounds
Uh,
pretty amazing, to be honest.
It's ranger driving or the default, right?
It's whichever one's highest.
All right, cool. Grabbing my driving.
I just messed up with the
All right.
the stats.
All right. What the fuck do I say to bless this roll before I do it? Because I don't want to fuck this up. That's a nice skull that you got there, partner. You'd make a great accessory on the porch of my pa's ranch. That is a 22.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
You need this skeleton in the face. What is the damage on Med Rescue's melee?
That was amazing. Oh my goodness.
Med
God.
Rescue's
2?
melee
I think
is 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it takes another 2. So the first round it was the saber-toothed tiger, and then there's a follow-up knee strike from Med Rescue as it is the other leg. So this is fun. You guys are definitely not. You're definitely giving this guy a hard time. I mean, you know, giant metal robot skeleton guy, still upright, but you guys are doing good. So not a crit. You guys do take a hit.
Oof.
So,
We got a Star Trek.
yeah.
Ah!
Let's see.
Sparks inside the command center.
Yeah. So the it's not a crit. You guys are okay. The megaform does, however, take 2 points of energy damage as the sword. Skeletron understands how to hit you guys now, and goes for the swing again. So you can split 2 damage between 2 of the individual sword forms. Please note,
I'll take
because
one.
I forgot.
I'll take the other one.
Okay.
I was gonna say, is toughness related to that?
It is the highest of the individual sword toughness.
Toughness is just AC. That's all it is for us.
Oh, but we're taking this out of our health. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. So essentially, the damage gets spread evenly anyway. Yeah. The Megazord jolts a little bit. You guys aren't used to this particular megaform, so it rattles you a little bit. It is your turn to figure out what you're gonna do to retaliate.
Hell yeah.
If there's anybody who should move, I think that it should be the person who knows what they're doing. So
I
Saban,
agree.
I think it's your time.
Let's go!
Partner, get in there.
I
I
belong
mean,
here.
you are all working together, but yeah, I love this. So what you could do what you could do is, because you are the torso and the head, you could do a melee headbutt. You could have lasers shooting out of the torso. Like, we can reflavor whatever your attacks, your individual attacks are to a megaform situation.
I am gonna go for the rockets, and what I'm gonna do is just have the mouth open up and just like some rockets fire out.
Oh yeah.
That's my
Also,
partner.
Amazing.
That is so cool.
hold on, because I am not mean, I am gonna say. Wait, rockets? Okay, sorry, I was looking at something else. I'm gonna say go for it, man. Roll
Here we
that
go.
D20 plus
Yeah.
the D6.
Plus D6, come on,
Six.
let's go. That is a 20.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it hits, the rockets connect to this giant skeleton, metallic skeleton, and yeah, fire erupts from your rockets hitting. Yeah, on fire and not happy.
Yes.
It pats itself down and is super cranky about it.
Is everyone else's first day like this?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah. First days around
Uh,
Rangers are pretty exciting.
woo, I know what I'm doing. I belong here.
Usually you blow them up the first time before they get 30 stories tall.
Dang it.
You see this frustrated skeleton, metallic skeleton, the energy from its sword like dissipates, and it's just the pommel, and it drops, and just with its hands unleashes purple lightning out of its hands. And it's just 2 points of electric damage that you can split within your individual health pool, your individual sword health pools.
I'll take one.
Pure impact.
This guy is not happy.
All right, Arcadia, you want to take us out? Let's finish this guy.
All right, we're gonna try Arcadia's ranged attack.
Yes.
So that's a D20 and a D6. Hold on, I'm trying to see if story points are gonna help me in any way here.
You can roll as if specialized if you wanted to. More chances for crit. You'd have to
All
get
right,
20,
that's the one with
20
the.
plus. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the one with the D2, 4, 6, 8, and take the higher one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Add all those. Give me a second. All right. 6,
Yeah.
cold
8. All right, we're gonna roll. All right. I crit on a D8.
Holy crap! What's the total? What's the total? With your
But this,
plus-
no.
Oh no.
Total.
Is it higher than a 20 total?
Yeah. Okay. I was trying to do math, but it was not working.
What's the
Let me
number?
roll on the D20.
I was like, what's a 15 plus an 8?
It is 23.
We're
So
good.
you
We
did
did
crit.
it.
Okay, hold on. So tell me what the damage is on your ranged attack for Aqua Rescue.
It is 3 cold damage.
Okay,
Something
so because you
multi-weapon
crit,
in parentheses.
because you crit, that damage doubles.
Yes.
And
Nice work.
so,
That's my partner.
yeah, so Arcadia, as the arms of the megaform, you know,
Fly
You
away. Nope, sorry.
you see the lightning damage, and you're like, oh yeah, bet. And then the arms of the megaform shoot cold beams at two of them because double damage. The ice hits this robotic skeleton and pushes it back and knocks it over into like scattered robotic pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arcadia, you brought it home for the team.
Yes.
And then,
I was trying to see through all the dice. I'm like, hold on, which one's the right one? Oh, wait, that's a 15. That's the right one.
Hey.
Good stuff.
explosions! Because, apparently ice explodes. It's totally
Dramatic
fine.
pose.
Oh, you should have
Yeah.
said cool off. Wait, rewind.
You need to chill.
Yes.
Ice to meet you.
Oh my god, not Mr. Freeze.
You guys have stalled the machine empire.
Oh.
At least for this time. You return to your ship. All of the Zords detached and vibing in the Zord Bay. You guys are buzzing. That's really cool. And Sophie, when you return, says, well, it looks like you've stalled the machine empire for a little while. They look like they're about to move their base somewhere else, which means they're not thinking about jumping through the portal right now. They're not going to be time traveling for a little while. And then she points at Manchester.
Yeah.
When you get back to Time Force headquarters, you'll be able to keep an eye on that, right? If there's
Yeah.
any time disturbances there?
Yeah, I figure that I can make sure that I keep an eye on it. Though we still haven't stopped the United Alliance of Evil, and I mean we still got 4 Rangers here.
It's true. But listen, the Machine Empire didn't join them. You gotta appreciate the small victories at this point.
Oh, I appreciate all victories. I just don't like staring at computer screens much no more.
I mean, if you can get a field commission, I'd be more than willing to work with you again. Think a recommendation letter or something might help?
I think that might do quite a lot to convince Captain Scotts to send me back out into the field quicker soon. Yeah, I'd much appreciate it.
She slides you a slip of paper. You think at first it's a business card, but it's not. It's literally just a slip of paper that's shaped like a business card with her email address on it. And she says, "Send me a reminder, and I will write
Thank
something
you
up
kindly.
for you." And she says, my pink counterpart wasn't really the best at bringing you guys together, but I mean, regardless, you all did a wonderful job. I feel like I have to apologize on her behalf for pulling you all away abruptly.
This has been the greatest day of my life.
Personally, I do believe that she did quite a good job. Seems that she got the 4 best Rangers that you're ever going to find.
I don't think I'm sore on it anymore, given everything we accomplished today. And thanks to Arcadia's brilliance, my team wasn't left in the dark about it. So I think that's
And
a win.
she
on
actually
both
asked us. Like, she asked me, so I'm fine.
It's really just Dana and
Yeah.
Saban that were
I
like
was-
snatched up.
And I'm the first
Yeah,
person to pull the sword, so I'm still good because I don't have a team yet, as far as I know.
um, to Arcadia, Sophie just turns and says, she and I, we've always had a soft spot for Mariner Bay. And to Saban, she says, you might be pleasantly surprised when I get you all home.
Yes.
Um,
Wait, that means I don't belong here. I belong there.
You belong everywhere, friend. You belong wherever you want to go, friend.
The important part is you belong.
now that you have your ranger powers, you belong to something much bigger than any place or any one person. We're all connected through the morphing grid now. You will always belong.
Yay.
So, one by one, Sophie ensures that you all get home. First to Miranoi, where Saban learns that the rest of the swords have been pulled out.
I get to do
Sasha
this
has-
every day.
Sasha
Every
has
Saturday.
Sasha has one, but it's not the sword she was trying to pull out. She was actually supposed to pull out the yellow one. She tried to pull out the pink one. It was a whole misunderstanding. She just screwed up really badly because she got excited and saw you and was trying to just get to a sword. She just attempted to pull the wrong one. But you guys are actually teammates because you guys are like pals. And she just looks at you and says, could you believe I was trying to pull the wrong one out the entire time?
Yeah, you missed a really cool adventure because of that.
Ugh. And she just like face palms. But she does have, you do notice that she now has a morpher that matches yours. Yeah. And then you guys go back to your home. Dana, you are transported back to exactly the time you left your detention. That exact moment. You remember everything you experienced, but it's like no time has passed. You get the communication. It is your Red Ranger. Typical Angel Grove business. Gets you out of detention. You're back to your regular life. How do you feel about that?
As soon as I realize no time has passed, I'm just like, oh, thank God. Okay, I'm on my way. Don't leave without me. And I'll just grab my bag and run to meet my team. I'm just happy to be home, but
Arcadia.
I have to say,
Oh, sorry. No, go. Sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. Because I have to say, it's nice. It's been nice to do some good today. I do enjoy being a ranger.
With that warm and fuzzy feeling in Dana's heart, Arcadia gets dropped off. You actually are able to drive. You are actually able to drive Aqua Rescue out of the Zord Bay, and you are met with the face of the woman who dropped you off, actually. And she says, "Hey, looks like you made it back."
You didn't send me there thinking I wasn't coming back, right? Because I'd be seriously fucked up.
No, I always have the most faith in, in Lightspeed. I mean, you're a lot better off than my team was. And at least your entire team is still alive. I knew you would. I knew you guys. I knew you would make it. I knew anyone on your team would make it. That's why I went to your captain. Tell me, how many of the people you worked with today actually were asked if they wanted to show up?
I mean, they asked us all in the meeting.
But I mean, where I sent you, how many people showed up there having been asked?
Just me.
The mission was simple for me. I had to pull the best of the best. Where did I start? I started at home, where I knew the best would be. That's why I asked. Now, I really gotta go home to my time. All of this grid hopping is making me feel sick. You gonna be okay getting home? I mean, I guess I
Yeah, I'll
should
be
probably
fine.
drop you off and drive and oh god, wait. Your captain didn't rebuild the rescue zords?
No.
That's unfortunate. And she looks down at Aqua Rescue and says, "You want to keep this one?" They just keep rebuilding this one in particular in my time anyway. They'll just
Yeah,
assume
I'll keep this one.
the Green Psycho Ranger blew up Chad's Zord and we'll rebuild it. It's fine. You can keep this one. And she tosses Arcadia like a set of like blue keys. Have fun with
So
that.
cool.
She hops
Thank
in
you.
the Med Rescue Zord and drives off into the sunset. Manchester. You actually find a surprise when you get back to Time Force headquarters.
Oh,
It's an email from Sophie Marsh that says, I wrote the letter of recommendation. I hope it gets you a field promotion." And there's just a file attached of a really super nice like letter of recommendation.
I immediately open up my like DMs with Gemini to just be like, "Yo, that the promotion, it's mine, partner. We're hitting the field."
Yeah, no, Gemini's like, I'm feeling pretty good about my interview. I'm hoping to hear back on Monday.
Oh, partner, do I got a story to tell you?
And as you're typing the story away, we will we will fade we will pull out from that scene, and as a little kind of post-credit scene, you will see the Pink Lightspeed Ranger, the version of Sophie Marsh, uh, who has traveled through the Morphin Grid. She exits through a portal back to a dystopian, like post-apocalyptic hellscape that used to be Angel Grove. And she's driving. There's like a montage of just like, speeding through the highway or whatever. And she pulls up to her home, her version of Mariner Bay. And she drives to the beach, and she walks over to the pier to meet her Titanium Ranger, her boyfriend. And she says, I am exhausted. It's been a day. And this timeline's Ryan Mitchell, not the captain of Lightspeed, is just a regular guy. And he pulls out a box and an engagement ring and proposes to her in a sunset. And that is where we will end the story.
Good, because I was really sad when Sophie was just like, everybody's dead. I'm like,
Oh, not everybody's dead. Only one person is dead. Don't
That
worry
was
about that. I'll
that
explain
was
it to
so
you.
much fun. So
That
much
was so
fun.
good.
Thank
that
you.
was really
Here was a
fun.
time. Pardon.
Absolutely. You know what? Keep on donating to Black Girls Code. Let's empower Black female voices to tell their stories digitally. Like, let them program, enable them to create rad games or whatever technology-based storytelling they can do. Because you arm a person with knowledge and you will give them all the power they need. That is what I believe. And Black Girls Code's doing some really rad stuff. So keep supporting the games today, keep supporting tomorrow, because, someday you'll be helping a young girl turn into a young adult, and that will be telling stories. And that's what we're all about here. Real quick, I would like to, starting with Lucie, do outros. Tell everybody who you are, where people can find you real quick.
Yep. So I'm Lucie. You can find me on Twitter, which will then link to all of the other things that I do. So look for me on Twitter. It's Impala Lucienne, all one word. You'll find me there. I also am on Twitch as well. So yeah.
Great. Hyper.
I am Hyper, aka Hyper Camera 3. You can find me on Twitter at Radio Air Hyper. You can also find me primarily at the Actual Play podcast, Last Light City Comics. Our first arc is about a solo Kamen Rider character desperately trying to find functionally the original Power Ranger team of her world. So dive in, enjoy it.
Excellent. Wow, brain. Parker, please.
You can find me at Uncanny Parker on any social media I exist on, and I will be back here on the channel tomorrow for Monster of the Week.
Oh yeah, gotta check that out. And last but certainly not least, Nox.
Hey y'all, I'm Nox. You can follow me on Twitter at Nocturnal_7, and you can catch me here tomorrow for Monster of the Week and for Valor tomorrow night. That's right, I'm starting and ending tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's right. You're in Valor too. I'm also doing Valor tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's why I was like, you
Awesome.
didn't mention.
Look at
And also, there's more games coming next.
I love this game. My name is Anne. You can find me on Twitter at @exo_go_wonder. This game is my entire personality, really. But you can also find me on the Girls Run These World Twitch channel. So that's I spend 50% of my time doing content there, and then 50% of my time being a Power Ranger. It's a whole thing. Yeah, check me out on Twitter, and you'll probably hear about some of that stuff. Yeah, that is it for me. What is the next game? Someone tell me what the next game is.
It's My Little Pony, right? Equestria.
Oh,
My Little
cute,
Pony.
yeah.
My Little Pony is supposed to start right now.
Yeah,
Tales
all
of
right.
Tales of Equestria is coming up. That's it. I'm out. See you guys later.
Bye.
Yeah, we're going. Bye.
May the power protect you.